Manchester Derby Day, one of the best days of the year. It's just gone 8 o'clock here in the morning, so still a while till kick-off. Kick-off today at 12:30 at Old Trafford. Just woke up though and got my morning coffee on the go. I'm going to need that today, I think, especially been a long week at work. So today I had a bit of a lie-in, but I was too excited just to sleep in for too long. I've got my morning coffee, so yeah, I'll be ready to go very soon. Really looking forward to the game today. Manchester Derby Days, one of the best days of the year. The fixture that I think a lot of Manchester United fans look to at the start of the season, and I think now we're a bit more positive than the past few games because this team looks like it's going to do well, I think, in the next few years, hopefully. And hopefully today we can get a really positive result. It's going to be a tough game, but hopefully we can get a win. Come on, United. So here I am at Old Trafford, not long till kick-off now, just under 1 hour to go. I've not actually got a ticket for today's game. It's been really hard to get a ticket. I think I offered tickets, but it was a ridiculous price, I think it was like £400, which is a bit too much. Even if it's Manchester Derby, that's a bit out of my reach. But anyway, I'm still here, just been around the stadium, and it's a great atmosphere today. Of course, it's the Manchester Derby, one of the biggest games of the season, and I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully we get a positive result. A team who's just been announced, and no big surprises actually really. Probably the only one maybe is Martinez is not playing for Luke Shaw. I did predict Martinez, but I'm also not surprised that he's gone with Luke Shaw at centre back and Salah at left back, just because Martinez didn't really play that well against Charlton, and his performances obviously not the same for the World Cup because he had a big World Cup, and of course he's been partying probably hard since then. So I think for a game like this, you obviously need all your players to be 100%, and obviously the manager feels like that Martinez is not 100% ready for this game, but Luke Shaw's done a great job at centre back a few times this season. So I have no complaints about that. I think it's I'd rather have him than Maguire at the back for sure. And then in the attacking areas, there's no really big surprises. People might say Fred's a surprise, but for me it's not actually. I thought Fred might play in this game. I think against ManCity you need that energy in that midfield, because ManCity are very good at keeping the ball, and there's going to be a lot of times during today's game where we're not going to have the ball, and I think someone like Fred, who can press really well, he'll probably play with number 10 with Fernandes going on to the right. Now I don't normally like Fernandes on the right, but I think for today's game I think it's okay. I don't mind it too much, and of course we can change things, if things are not going well. You can always put him back in number 10 and then bring on Garnacho or Anthony. I'm kind of happy with the team. Martial's fit, so that's good. There was a bit of a doubt on him, but he's up front. And Marcus Rashford, hopefully he can carry on his form, from this season. He's having a great season. Hopefully he can do well today as well and get a goal. He's got a pretty good record against ManCity as well. So if he has a big game, then we've got a great chance of getting this win. This is our biggest challenge, for a very long time. We've been on a good run, but we've not really played any of the big teams yet. So today's our biggest challenge. Today and next week, of course, we've got Arsenal next week. So these next couple of weeks, we'll know more about this Manchester United team and what we can do this season. So not long to kick off now. Really looking forward to it. Quite frustrating that I haven't got a ticket, but it's one of those things. I'll be still around the stadium, and I'll go to the pub just close to the stadium. Anyway, my prediction for this one, I'm going to go with I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go with Manchester United 1, Man City 1. I think we could win it. I think it's going to be a lot closer, but I'm going to go with a draw in this game. Come on, United. So Manchester United have won the Manchester derby to make Manchester red in Manchester today. It's a terrific win, 2 goals to 1, Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford with the goals, and what made it even better was because we went 1-0 down to Man City, and to do that, against a really strong Man City team, and to come back and respond, to come back and not just get into the game and get a draw, but to actually win the game. That shows that this team is different now, compared to early on in the season when we went 1-0 down. I could never see us get back into the game. Our heads dropped, the confidence went, and it's just completely changed now. The manager needs to take great credit for that, and also the players, have listened, taken what the manager wants on board, and they're putting performances in now that are showing that Manchester United are slowly getting back to where we should be, to the top of the table. 1 point behind Man City now, which is, remarkable. If someone said that, after the first Manchester derby, that we would be coming into, the second part of the season, 1 point behind Man City, I would have not believed that. So, everyone deserves credit for that. And it's just so good to actually be a Man U fan at the moment. The feel-good factor is starting to come back. We're putting in some top performances, wins, and it's obviously, I'm not getting carried away. I'm not going to get too carried away. It's still a slow process. We're going to take time, of course, but it's just so good, and it's even better when you win games like this. Because the thing that what's happened in the past few weeks, we have done really well, and we've got some great results. This unbeaten run has been great, but this is our first big challenge. As I said before the game, today was the first big ask of this manager and this team. Could they go against one of the best teams in the league, if not even the world? Maybe. You have to respect them, they are that good, and could we match them today? And I thought first half, we were the better team. We created some great chances, and I was a bit worried that Man City would make us pay. And when they went 1-0 up, I'm not going to lie, I thought that was it. I thought they would have. We may have got a draw out of the game, but we were never going to win the game. So to come back and actually get a win is absolutely amazing, and it's just made my weekend sweet. This whole week's going to be amazing now. I honestly can't believe we actually won that today. But when you win a big game, you just feel so good, and like everyone behind me at Old Trafford, there's so many people still here. It's like an hour after the kick-off, after the full-time whistle, and it's just, everyone is just buzzing around here at the moment. You can probably see, a lot of people. It's got quiet now, but it's still, even like everywhere, there's so many people, and everyone I'm speaking to is just so happy. with that win today, and not just the win today, but also how things are going at the moment. At the club. Of course, we all know about the Glazers. Hopefully, they'll be gone soon as well. So on and off the pitch, everything is going great at the moment. The game, I thought the standout performance. It's hard to give one player, all the credit or whatever, but I'm going to give Fred, for me, the man of the match today. Actually, I think for him and Bruno were probably the standout players. Everyone was terrific, don't get me wrong, but I just thought Fred today, he was given a job, and I thought especially in the first half on De Bruyne, he stopped him from playing, and I think that's the important thing you've got to do against City. Everyone talks about Haaland, but you need to stop getting the ball to Haaland, and De Bruyne is one of the best at doing that, and of course he created the goal for Grealish for their goal, but otherwise I thought Fred did a really good job of him today, and I thought he's a player that I said before the game that might start, and then did start, and I'm not surprised. I think he's a big game player, and I won't be surprised if whether these big games come again later on in the season, that Fred's in the team, because he's got the energy. He might not be everyone's favourite player. He's not my favourite player. Sometimes he can really frustrate me. But I definitely think against teams who have the ball, when you don't have the ball, we're not going to have much of the ball in this game today. I thought Fred was the perfect player. He's good at pressing. He's got the energy, get around the pitch. Maybe someone like an Eriksen, who played today as well. But I just feel like Eriksen and Fernandes, and Casemiro, you just need someone else in there, maybe something different. And I thought Fred gave that today, and I thought he was absolutely amazing. Fernandes again was a leader as a captain. He's showing now he's a proper captain material, and I think when Maguire probably will leave in the summer, I think Fernandes will definitely be the next captain without a doubt. He's shown when he's a leader on the pitch. I think he's always a leader anyway, even when he's not captain, but you can see that responsibility. He loves that responsibility, and he took his goal really well. It was a good play, because Rashford would have been offside, and Fernandes must have shouted at him to say leave it, and he did, and it was a great finish, and a bit of a wait, because I wasn't sure if it was going to get called offside, but rightly so, was offside, as Rashford didn't touch the ball. He was offside, but didn't touch the ball, so it was right that that the flag didn't go up. It actually did go up, but then of course it got overruled by VAR, so that was good to see. Them two deserve special praise. Luke Shaw, I thought again came in at centre back and had a great game. People might be surprised when Martinez wasn't playing, but I wasn't surprised actually. I don't think he's 100%, and against ManCity you need people that are going to be 100%. And I thought that was the perfect game from Luke Shaw today. But Haaland was really quiet. I thought him and Varane got a good partnership going there. I think Martinez will come back into the team, later on in the season, when he's back fit again, at 100%. But I thought today, you need, for Manchester derby, as I said before the game, you need people who are 100% in form, and I think it was the right choice to make him, put him at centre back today with Varane. I thought Wan-Bissaka did really well actually at right back. He's probably someone that a lot of Man United fans thought he was gone. Still a chance he could go actually, but I think he's come back now and just showed to the managers, to the fans, that maybe he could have a future in Manchester United. I thought he had to play anyway today because Delo was injured, but I think it would be interesting whether if Delo was fit, who would he gone with? Because I think actually for this game anyway, Wan-Bissaka would have been the perfect player anyway. So it'll be interesting when we get maybe another big game. A team maybe who we're not going to have the ball much, whether he'll go with Wan-Bissaka or Delo. Maybe Arsenal next week. I'm not sure if Delo's going to be fit for that, but it'll be very interesting to see who plays in that position. But Wan-Bissaka didn't put a foot wrong, and did really well today. Casemiro again, terrific performance from him. I've just lost for words really. What else can you say more about Casemiro? Just amazing performance from him. Changed his team so much. He's come in and just completely calmness in that midfield, the experience, and he's for me one of the signings of the season, if not the first one, without a doubt. And yeah, what a performance from him today. And then of course the match winner again, Marcus Rashford. You know, I was a bit worried when he got injured in the first half. It looks like he was going to come off, but luckily he stayed on and got that goal at the end. Great goal, and he's in the form of his life. Just every game he plays at the moment, he looks like he's going to score. And yeah, hopefully he keeps us up. And I also want to give a special praise to the manager. I thought his substitutions today were great. You know, maybe something that's been lacking in the past. You know, maybe the substitutions have been too long or not the right ones. But today I thought he made them at the right time. I thought bringing Anthony on for Martial at half time, you know, some people might have left that until the second half, but he was like, no, Martial, you know, was not playing well, I don't think, in that first half. I think his match fitness was not up there today. I don't think he was 100%. And you can see that in the first half. So I thought getting him off at half time was a great decision. And then also bringing Garnacho on, I thought that was a great substitution. He, of course, created the goal as well. So yeah, the manager, great credit for him. He's shown, you know, that he could. You know, I really believe now that this manager could bring back the big trophies to Old Trafford. And yeah, just absolutely a great day. Great weekend, and now we move on to Crystal Palace in midweek, and then Arsenal next week. A massive week, 2 massive games, and if we get 6 points out of those 2, who knows what can happen this season. Anyway guys, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one. Manchester is red.